All right, we are going to be looking at the distance formula today. Now, the distance formula is used when you want to find the distance between one point, point 1, which we'll say is 2, -3, and point 2, which is, let's say, 10, +3. Now, the distance between point 1 and point 2 is square root of the difference in the x's. Because we're going to square this, it does not matter if you have x2 first or x1. But for formula's sake, we always say x2 minus x1, quantity squared, plus y2 minus y1, quantity squared. Alright, now we're just going to plug in our points. So we have equals, and then square root of. Now x2 is 10 minus 2 squared plus, then we have 3 minus -3 squared. Alright, 10 minus 2 is 8. 3 minus -3, the double negative becomes a plus positive. So we have 6 squared. 8 squared is 64. 6 squared is 36. Add, we get 100. So we have square root of 100. And then square root of 100 is 10. We only use the positive because we are working with a distance. Now, what if we were given, what if we didn't get 100? So what if we had square root of 120? Okay, what we need to do is find a perfect square that goes into 120, which 4 is a perfect square that would go into 120. 4 times, and 4 goes into 120 30 times. Now 30 is just 6 times 5, which 6 is 2 times 3, both primes. 5 is a prime. So 30 we're not going to mess with, but the square root of 4 is 2, and then we write radical 30. Now we're going to look at one more problem with the distance formula, and that is, what if your point 1 were something like A, A, and point 2 were 0, 0. Well, you still use your distance formula. So distance from point 1 to point 2 equals square root of. Now, you can either take 0 minus A or A minus 0. It does not really matter which. And then the y's, plus. And then A minus 0 or 0 minus A, quantity squared. A minus 0 is A, so we have A squared plus A squared. When we have A squared plus A squared, we have 2A squareds. Now, we can still simplify this more. We break this apart to where we have square root of 2 times square root of a squared. Now we can take the square root of the a squared, we just get a, and it's a radical 2. And that concludes our distance formula.